Hi VC, this is Aaron, Metha Alamer, and today I'm going to be doing Megadeth and Metallica. And I never really understood the competition with fans about these two bands. I knew a lot of people that would only listen to one or the other. Like I'd have like a new Megadeth record. Oh, I don't listen to Megadeth. I don't because of Metallica, because of their fights they had. But personally, I think they're both great bands, and I'm always like Megadeth a little more, but they're both amazing bands. I love both of them. And let me show you what I got here. And I'm actually missing the Killing is My Business and Business is Good original, but I have the Final Kill, which is really good. They cleaned up the production on it a lot, and it sounds really good. And there's the discs. And this is a great record, just the intro, the piano on Last Rites is killer, and they're using it on some commercial now. Which really surprised me, Megadeth in a commercial. And every song in this is really good. Skull Beneath the Skin, Rattlehead. And then you get down to Mechanics, which was the original version that they changed to the Four Horsemen. Metallica did. Metallica originally did it as Mechanics. And they have totally different lyrics. And Mechanics is a little bit faster. But I actually kind of prefer the Four Horsemen to that. Just a little, just because I've heard it so much. And this is cool. It's got a bunch of a bonus disc on this with a bunch of live and demo tracks on here. That's really cool. And this is a great record. Great debut. Amazing record. And then we're going to the album that got me into thrash metal. That's Peace Sells But Who's Buying? Megadeth. This is my original copy. I also have a repress, which I listen to a lot too. And I have a picture disc as well. There's the vinyl here. This is a great record. I mean, the first time I heard Wake Up Dead, I was just, they had me at that. And then the title song and The Conjuring is amazing. And I really like Good Morning Black Friday. That's really good as well. Really good version of I Ain't Superstitious, the Willie Dixon song on here. And this album is amazing. It's one of my 2 or 3 favorite Megadeths. It's between this and a couple others. I love Megadeth though, so that's great. And it's got Dave Mustaine on the vocals and lead guitar, Chris Poland, the other guitarist, who's really underrated, great guitarist, Gar Samuelson on the drums, and David Ellison, great bass player. And they're great musicians, really good stuff. And here's an original version of So Far So Good So What. And at this point in my life, Megadeth was my favorite band when this came out, so I went nuts over this album. I really like it. And has Jeff Young on guitar and Chuck Beller on the drums. And the other 2 members are the same. But the intro, Into the Lungs of Hell, that's a great instrumental. Just puts you, it's really moody and really killer. And it goes into Set the World Afire, which is an amazing, heavy, fast riffing song. Anarchy in the UK, the Sex Pistols cover, that's a really good version of that. And I believe Steve Jones actually played on that as well. And then Mary Jane is more of a Black Sabbath-y. It's got the fast Megadeth, but it's a little more doom in it a little. And 502 is really good. In My Darkest Hour is the best ballad type song that either band has done, in my opinion. I love that song. And then Your Liar and Hook and Mouth about the PMRC, really great stuff. Killer album there. This is my other record that might be my favorite Megadeth. It's a toss up between Peace Sells and this one. Rest in Peace. Amazing record. And this has Nick Menza on the drums and Marty Friedman on guitar, and it's the best lineup of Megadeth I thought they ever had. I love Nick Menza's drumming. And, Holy Wars of Punishment, dude, that song is epic. It's just amazing, just all the changes, and it's just really good. Hangar 18 is a great song, of course. Take No Prisoners and Five Magics. Great album. Every song. Lucretia, I love Lucretia and Tornado of Souls. Dawn Patrol is really different. It's really different song. It's good. It's an amazing record. This is actually a repress. There's the inner here with all the lyrics, which is really cool. And then 180 gram, I believe. Really good. Sounds excellent. That's the thing for me. I'm more about the sound of records. I mean, I'm not an audiophile, but if it sounds good, I will take that copy over an original, even if it sounds better. And then I'm actually missing a couple of them on vinyl. I don't have them, but I do have a picture disc. I took them off my wall. Countdown to Extinction. This is a great record, of course, with Symphony of Destruction and Ashes in Your Mouth and all that stuff. It's a great record. I need to get this on on a regular vinyl version, but they're really expensive. And until they repress it, I probably won't unless I run across one. I don't ever see them in the wild. But that's a great record. That's a lot of people's favorite Megadeth record, too. It really went to the masses very well. And then here's Euthanasia, which I only have on picture disc as well. I need to get a copy of that on just regular vinyl. And this is a great record, too. Train of Consequences, To Le Monde, Black Curtains is great. Every song. I like all their stuff. Addicted to Chaos. I really like this album. Victory. That's a pretty cool song, too. And then this here is an original copy, Cryptic Writings. It's actually worth quite a bit of money. This is one of my more valuable records. I've had it since it came out. And I really like this album. Trust and She-Wolf and, Mastermind. Use the Man's great. Disintegrators, Have Cool Travel. Secret Place. I love this record. A lot of people thought they were sold out kind of on this. I don't think so. I love all their stuff. It's a great record. I love Cryptic Writings. Then we got A World Needs a Hero. This is a repress, but it sounds really good. And I like this album a lot too. There's the full thing there. And, Moto Psycho, 100,000 Times Goodbye is great. Losing My Senses, Dreading a Fugitive Mind. I really like this. Good record. And I've got The System Has Failed. All these later ones, I don't really have the original versions. I've been buying up the represses, and they all sound really good. And they're good. They're really good records. Kick the Chair. I mean, that's really good. I love that song. Of Mice and Men. This is a good record too. I prefer the very early Megadeth the best, but I like a lot of their later stuff as well. This is my favorite of their later records, probably. United Abominations. I really like this one. Really great record. Pretty cool graphics there. And yeah, this is a great record. I love this one. This, Sleepwalker, Washington is Next. The song United Abominations is really good. Gears of War is a great song. And they do a redo of To Le Monde on here. It's really, really killer. And Burnt Ice, I really like Burnt Ice. This is a good record. And I can't remember her name that does the To Le Monde. She's from, Christina Sebastia or something like that is her name. Yeah, she's a really good singer, but she does a To Le Monde on here with them. It's really good. And then I got some Endgame, another good record. Yeah, I like all these. These are all good records here. And this record here, Super Collider, I actually like this one a lot. This is one of my favorites of their later records. A lot of people don't like these, a little mellower, but I kind of like that. I like the song Super Collider a lot. Cold Sweat, the Thin Lizzy remake, is killer on this. I love that. Forget to Remember, Dance in the Rain, Built for War, Burn. I really like this record. I think it's kind of underrated. And then, of course, we got The Great Dystopia. This is their latest record, and it's really amazing. It's a classic thrash record. Great stuff here. Love Dystopia. Every song in this is good. It's, The Threat is Real, Death from Within is great, Bullet to the Brain. Can't go wrong. But that's my Megadeth stuff. I need to get more of them. I actually have way more Metallica than Megadeth, just because there's more of it out there that I've seen. And then, so starting with my Metallica, and here's some Kill 'Em All. One of my two favorite records of them, this and Ride the Lightning are my two favorites. I love this record. I grew up listening to this. My friend had a cassette of it, and we would drive around for hours headbanging and singing along to this in the car. And he had the version, the cassette that had Am I Evil and Blitzkrieg on it. So I'm still not used to hearing it without them, but I can't find a record with those two. But yeah, this, Hit the Lights, Four Horsemen. Anesthesia, Pulling Teeth, going into Whiplash is one of the most amazing pieces of music. It's just great. I love, Cliff Burton's bass on that is amazing. And No Remorse, Seek and Destroy, every song is killer on this. Jump in the Fire. Motor Breath's one of my favorites. I love the lyrics on that. Great, great song. And then I've got this, Metal Up Your Ass. This is a great, what this is shows that this is the picture on the back. That's not actually who plays on it. Who's on this is, it's got James Hetfield, Lars Ulrich, of course, and then it's got, it's got Rod McGovney on the bass and Dave Mustaine on the lead guitar. So They do Mechanics on here, which is really cool sounding. Hit the Lights, Mechanics, Motor Breath, Seek and Destroy, Metal Militia, Jump in the Fire, Phantom Lord, and then another version of Hit the Lights. And this has really killer sound to it. It's a really good sounding record, and it's really cool hearing Dave Mustaine with them. And it's a red vinyl here. Pretty good record here. I listen to that a lot, actually. Then I've got the Creeping Death 12-inch with Am I Evil and Blitzkrieg, the other two songs that were originally on Kill 'Em All. It's on blue vinyl, and this sounds really good. It's killer. I love this. I love the song Creeping Death anyway. And then those two, Am I Evil is one of my favorites, the Diamond Head song. I really love that. Then I got this bootleg here. And you can see what's on there. Four Horsemen, Seek and Destroy, Phantom Lord, Motor Breath, Hit the Lights, Anesthesia. Has pretty good sound for a bootleg, and it just has a plain white label on it. It's pretty good. Then I got this one back to the studio, another bootleg, and this was numbered, it's not numbered, 150 copies of this were made. And this is good as well, but this is on clear vinyl. It's just a plain white. And this is mainly bootlegs from Ride the Lightning. It's got Fight Fire with Fire, When Hell Freezes Over, Call of Cthulhu, Blitzkrieg, another Ride the Lightning, another Fight Fire with Fire, and Am I Evil? It sounds pretty good for a bootleg as well. Same picture on the back of there as they use that picture a lot, I guess, on the bootlegs. Then I got my favorite, Metallica, Ride the Lightning. I love this. This is actually the first Metallica I heard. And from the moment I heard Fight Fire with Fire, I was like, wow, that's just different. And, I really like every song on it. It's my favorite Metallica record. I really like Trapped Under Ice and Escape. Those songs are kind of underappreciated. But every song on this is amazing. From the Bell Tolls with that killer bass. And this is a repress. I need to, I passed up a couple different times getting an original copy of this, and it was like over $50, and I had other things I wanted, and I'm just kicking myself now. It's a couple years ago. I've seen a couple copies of it, and I'd like to get me an original. I mean, that one sounds all right. It's the half-speed mastered, but I'd like to get an original of that. And then I got this one here, another bootleg called Deal With It, Meadowlands, New Jersey, 4/21/86. So this is right after Cliff Burton died. It's one of blue vinyl there. It's a good record here. That's what's on it there. Yeah, and then Cliff Burton's probably my favorite bass player ever. I'm really sad that he died. That really just was horrible. And then, of course, Master of Puppets. I do have an original copy of this, but it's beat up. So I listened to this repress. And it sounds pretty good. And this is a great record, too. I mean, the first three Metallica studio records, they are really hard to beat. I mean, they're just amazing records. The Thing That Should Not Be, Leper Messiah, Orion, those are probably my favorites, but I like every song on this, of course. It's a great record. Cliff Burton's bass playing is amazing. And then I got the 598 EP. This is great. This might be my favorite album they did after Cliff Burton. I really love this. It's all cover songs and EP. It's a repress. I haven't got the original. I wish I did. But, it's got Helpless and The Small Hours, The Wait, Crash Course and Brain Surgery, and Last Caress, Green Hell, which was what introduced me to Danzig and the Misfits, who I like a lot. So this is a really good. This is just, it almost has the same raw energy of the first three records, and I really love it. I got another bootleg here. This is New Kid's first show. So Jason Newsted's first show with Metallica. And it sounds all right, I don't really care for Metallica as much live because James Hetfield seems to have the crowd sing along a lot. And that works when you're seeing them live, but on album, it kind of takes away from it. And he kind of has almost a joking way of singing the lyrics at times that kind of bother me. But, I mean, they're great live. I've seen them live a bunch of times, and they're great live. But when I hear them on record, I like to hear a more serious approach to their music. He seems to joke around with the lyrics a bit, and it's all right. It's he's having fun, but I like it more serious. So, and here's another bootleg live in Gothenburg, 1987, double record. And this one sounds all right. It doesn't sound quite as good as my other bootlegs, but it's pretty good. There's a track list of you. I don't want to go through it all. It's a lot of stuff on there. But it's good stuff. pretty good, pretty decent record. And this here is an original copy of Injustice for All. Great record too. I love this record. Blackened, when I first heard Blackened, I was like, wow, that's just amazing. I love it. And this is I got this from my friend Ken Squires for a trade, and it's an original. It sounds way better than the repress. I have the half-speed repress as well, and this sounds way better. It's got, Dyer's Eve and One, and everyone knows these songs. They're all great. Great stuff. A little more progressive. Got another bootleg here. This is Justice for All. And this is numbered 524 out of 1,000. And it's pretty cool. It's, from the Injustice for All tour. There's the vinyl. It's part of a 2-part thing, I think, here. So, and then here's the second part called So What. Another bootleg. This is number 317 out of 1,000. You can actually see the vinyl through there, so I won't pull it out. That's what's on there. Actually, this one here is from the, that's from the Black Album tour. So that isn't a 2-part. And then I've got the Black Album, which I heard, I really liked this when it first came out, but I had friends that would play this. We'd be partying, and they just play that the whole night, over and over, so I got kind of tired of it. But, it's good. It's a really different direction for them. I remember the first time I heard Enter Sandman, it blew my mind. I was like, wow, that's so different sounding. And, this is more of a groove-oriented, and, everyone knows the songs on here. They're really good. I really like Of Wolf and Man, The God That Failed a lot, Struggle Within, Through the Never. I like the deeper tracks on here better because I've heard the other ones so much. But it's good. I don't like it nearly as well as their early stuff, but it's good. And actually, I prefer this record to the Black Album, Load. I like the first Load a lot. This one's really good. It's really more groove-oriented. And double record, I made it into a double. And, I really like, Ain't My Bitch, how it starts. I love that song. King Nothing, Hero of the Day I like. Poor Twisted Me, Thorn Within. It's just really different. It's not like their thrash beginnings, which I prefer, but I like this era of Metallica as well. Then I got some Reload. I don't like this quite as well as Load. I think it's not quite as solid all the way through. And I listen to Load a lot more than this one. But this has some great songs too, Fuel is great, and Carpe Diem Baby, and Low Man's Lyric. They're good. Where the Wild Things Are, Prince Charming. It's just kind of like, it's almost like a double record there, Load and Reload. Kind of the same sound. It's good. Then I got Metallica, S&M. This is an original copy of this. And it's a triple record, I believe. I'm looking at 3. Yeah, 3 records. Here it is. And it's a Symphony in Metallica. And, it's got some good stuff on it. This album to me, I like, but I really prefer the Kiss Symphony to this one. I thought it sounded much more cohesive. But this one sounds good. It's just really different here at Metallica with the Symphony. It's pretty good, though. And then here's the most maligned album they ever did, and I actually like this record. I'm very much in the minority there. Saint Anger, when this came out, I listened to this a lot, and there's some really good stuff. It's weird they don't have guitar solos, but when I first got this, I got it on CD and vinyl, and the CD came with a DVD, and the DVD had them playing the entire album in their rehearsal studio, and that I really loved watching that, and it seemed to me like there was no actual guitar solos, but their hands were just moving so fast. It was almost like the whole thing was a solo in a way. And they sound a lot better on the rehearsal than the record. It doesn't have so much of the tinny drum sound. But this is, I like, Sweet Amber, I love that song. Shoot Me Again is a classic Metallica. I love that song. I like it, Dirty Window, Some Kind of Monster. Frantic, I love Frantic. I think this is a very underrated record. I think people it was so different, they didn't give it a chance. And I really like it. But this album here I thought was way better. This is one of my favorite albums they've done. It's almost up there with their first 3, but not quite. I'd say this album is what I think should have came out after Injustice for All. I love Death Magnetic. I think it's a great record. Rob Trujillo is a really good bass player. I really like him. And the songs, and here's the vinyl, but I just really like the songs on here. Cyanide, I love Cyanide. And, The Day That Never Comes, Broken, Beaten, Scarred, Suicide and Redemption, that's really good. I think this is kind of an underrated album as well. I really like that. And then I've got this box set Hardwired to Self-Destruct. I had the actual regular record, but I found this box set used for fairly cheap not long ago, so I bought it. And it's pretty cool. Inside it's got, comes with a bunch of buttons, a download card, you know, and then it's kind of cool for every one of the records. It's just they've got the individual lyric sheets, the different things on there, and then if you can get them out here, then like the side A is it's got those songs on it. They sound really good. They sound better than the actual regular record I have. I listen to this one more. Then there's what's, and it's worth getting this box set because they sound better. I think they just, but it kind of sucks having to flip the records so much. That's what the records look like. I believe they all look the same. Oh no, they're all 3 different colors. That's right. There's the second one, and here's the first one. They're pretty cool. But I really like this album. You know, Spit Out the Bone, of course, is probably the best song on there. That's a really good. I mean, that's almost like their old music in a way, and I really like it. But you know, Now That We're Dead, if you ever see the video for that, it's pretty cool. I really like that. Moth into Flame is good. I prefer the Death Angel, the Moth into Flame, but it's a good song. This is a good, solid record. I think they're putting out some better records again. I wouldn't put this as one of my very favorites, but it's up there. I really like it. And then finally, I've got this Metallica. This is really good. It's an acoustic show they did. There's the track list there. This is for a benefit in San Francisco somewhere for something. I don't know what the benefit's actually for, but they do an acoustic set here, and it's really good. And on the last song, Mr. Soul, Neil Young comes out and plays Mr. Soul with them. It's really cool sounding. I really like Neil Young a lot, so that's interesting seeing hit areas right there. And this is numbered 82 out of maybe 100 copies. So there's not many of these out there. There's the vinyl, black wax. But that's really good. It's a really good, they sound really good acoustic on this. You know, they do Whiskey in a Jar. They do the great Deep Purple song, When a Blind Man Cries. I love Deep Purple, so that's really cool hearing them do that. And, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Bleeding Me, Clamp Down, Enter Sandman, Hardwired. So, this has got even new stuff on it. Pretty good record there. I like that one. That's a really cool acoustic record. So there you go. I thought I'd do a little bit of metal instead of just continuing on with my letters. I got to get some metal fix in there. So there we go, and I'll continue on with the rest of my Fs next. And all right, thanks for watching, and rock it up, man.